And DD India's Sarah Coates joins us live from Tel Aviv for more on this. Evening to you, Sarah. While the IDF has said its forces have withdrawn from southern Gaza to prepare for upcoming missions, there have been protests seeking release of hostages after 6 months of fighting. Talks may be on in Cairo, but with all this taking place, will they bear fruit?
Well, that is yet to be seen, certainly the big question. What we are hearing are a lot of mixed messages coming from these mediating parties, also these warring parties. We did hear from Qatar's foreign ministry just a short while ago. It came out to say that it's more hopeful than it has been in days, saying that both of these parties, Israel and Hamas, have a number of proposals with them. They've left the capital. They are studying these proposals, with a spokesperson saying that he hopes the first stage of a three-phase plan may be enacted very, very soon. We've also heard, though, from Hamas. It's come out to say that Israel's position still poses obstacles to an agreement. While Israel's Defence Minister Yoav Gallant, he's spoken to a number of reservist troops that have just been drafted. He said that he believes Israel is at an opportune moment to bring these captives home, but it will require making very difficult decisions. Now, in saying all of this, there are renewed threats from Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. He's actually threatening now to bring down the government if the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu makes a deal to release these hostages, finishes the war without a full-scale operation down into that southern city of Rafah. He says that if this Rafah operation doesn't happen, then Netanyahu will no longer have a mandate to serve as the Prime Minister. So certainly a lot of pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu, of course, not just internationally from the United States and other key players, but also domestically, as I mentioned, from the far right wing. And then, as you mentioned there are growing protests right around the country, people calling on Netanyahu to do a deal and to do it now to bring these people home.
Right. Now, Iran may hit back for what happened in Damascus any time, but Israel has killed the Hezbollah field commander now. So how concerned are the Israeli people themselves for their own safety?
Well, the situation is certainly very, very concerning, and this is why these communities in that northern region of Israel have been evacuated since October 7. Many people still cannot go back to their homes, just given the threat from Hezbollah. We are seeing intensifying skirmishes across that blue line. In the last few hours, there have been a number of hostile aircraft infiltration attempts. Rocket sirens continue to ring out, and we are hearing these continued threats, not just from Hezbollah, but also from Iran. Now, it's certainly very concerning to people here in Israel. The Home Front Command has actually been warning people not to go out and panic buy groceries, not to go and withdraw money or to stock up on things like generators. But certainly this is what people have been doing, fearing a reprisal from Iran after that strike in Syria last week, which killed senior Iranian commanders. So, as you mentioned, a lot of concern here in Israel and, of course, internationally, given that if this conflict in the north or a conflict with Iran does actually happen, this could potentially draw the entire region into all-out war.
Right. Well, let's see what happens because this is a completely unpredictable situation where things could worsen or they could improve depending on, who's willing to compromise at which front. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Sarah Coates.